Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Disco Elysium, where last time we, well, we didn't really, it doesn't feel like we did a whole lot, but we did. We read our clipboard, our notebook, our notes, and we had a little flashback scene where we, I guess it wasn't a flashback, but we read a note from a girl we used to know and had at least strong feelings for her. She has strong feelings for us, and it seems like it didn't end well, our relationship, which is possibly where our downward spiral started, although probably even before that if she left us, right? That happened. We also made it to the top of the rooftops. I can't over that way. And now we just talked to Annette, who is outside this bookshop that we're going to go into, because I think they have a refrigerator here that we can use. So, or hopefully, that we can use. A book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. It sure does. A book about, Guardiero culture. Ah, I can't. How do I see it? No, come back! Damn it. This book, you don't really understand what it is about, nor does it seem important. This is a book about pate. Pate? On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. Alright, well, let's go into the bookstore. Okay. Take a look around first. Gift books and molten candy.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Heimdall.
Heimdall. Storekeep, tell me about this muscle man book.
Oh, Man from Heimdall. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
She looks at the book with some disdain. Why are they so popular?
Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
Sounds like a good book. Sounds good. Which one should I start with?
What does it matter? They're all the same. However, the customer is always right, they say.
They sure are. She rolls her eyes, then fiddles with her pendant.
If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Heimdallaman, the man from Heimdall. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
$9? You're crazy. Look through the display of books.
Rows and rows of Heimdallamen blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Heimdall and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Heimdall, Return to Heimdall. And the solipsistic Man from Heimdall and the Heimdall Man.
What? Good God, how many are there?
Maybe 100.
Wow.
Man from Heimdall and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Heimdall and the false god. Man from Heimdall and the scorched earth. Man from Heimdall, the Heimdall colonies. Man from Heimdall and the swamp beast. Man from Heimdall and the snow crabs. Those snow crabs are worse than they sound.
Snow crabs. Is that all?
Close. Man from Heimdall in hell. Man from Heimdall and the forest of slaves. Man from Heimdall under the lake. Man from Heimdall, Heimdall burning. There's even The Trial of Death, a pastel combat game book set in the world of Heimdallaman, and so much more.
Do any of the books call out to me?
A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
What is it?
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular Man from Heimdall in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man. She's laughing at him, belittling him, Between the throne and the Hyamdala man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Hyamdal and the Devil Woman.
Aren't all women devil women? Okay. I know you've been hurt, Mr. Harry, or Raphael, as I like to call you now. But, not all women are devil women. Interesting, though.
The rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Hyamdal novels.
Leave. Don't have the money. I need to get paid.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Storekeep, what board games do you have here?
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family?
Wow, I have children? A family? Do I have friends? Look at the lieutenant. I have children, a family? Oh, my morale! Uh-oh. 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 Oh, God! No! No, please don't! Help!
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Okay. Game? Okay. Oh, is Ace's load done? Nice. Okay. How do I get out of this? Hello? I can't save it. What do I do? I can't even see myself anymore. Is this a bug? Am I bugged? I feel like I'm not, but like I don't know what's happening. Load. I don't know what was happening there. I feel like that was supposed to happen. My morale lowered. I went to 0, but like, was something else supposed to happen? I don't know. Well, I guess we can go through these. Yeah. It promotes freedom and roaming upstream. Yep. Glad I came back for that. All right. Huh? The book appears to be erotica, but without actual erotica. Okay. How can it be erotica without erotica? Doesn't make sense. Alright, let's try this again. I guess we'll just pick a different option, because we don't want, you know, that to happen again. That's a little odd. I feel like something else should have happened there. Go and save it. We gotta go through the Hjalmar stuff. Or Hjalmardal, whatever it is.
Oh, blood and violence. What does it matter? If you're a novice of the series,
Rows and rows of him, maybe 100. Those not even.
Oh, man, blood and violent. What does it matter? If you're a novice of the series,
A twinge at the back of your hand. She's locked between the throne.
Interesting.
The display rack
Okay.
before.
Leave. Okay. Old sports magazines tucked away in a dark corner. A lot of stuff up there too. The book collects the national recipes of Arda. They are all about... I didn't catch the last part. This is really nice. I like this. There was a time in my life where I wanted to own like a little bookstore like this.
Colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types.
Okay.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family?
So let's go with this one.
Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
Look at me. Who'd want to have children with me? I don't feel as if I have any kids. Yes, kids, friends, chicks. I have all those. I don't feel as if I have any kids.
Friends are technically like family.
She fiddles with her pendant, thinking.
For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
Sounds like a good game. So what about all the, especially the repress other civilizations part? So what about all these other things?
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all.
She likes to roleplay.
I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts.
They do?
That they have rituals.
Can't confirm.
Where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them, though.
We don't try. We succeed. Look through them.
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag.
Bino card stuff. Hey, watch your language, boy. Anything that really catches my eye?
There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real. Nonsense for anemic Beano-clads.
I don't have any money, so, you know, it is what it is.
Aces low.
Oh, nice.
For the rest of the world, the Aces low is just some cool Revachol thing. Politically neutral.
Oh, it reads it for me.
In Revachol, it still holds revolutionary connotations. Also, have you looked at Lieutenant Kitsuragi's clothes? He wears a bomber jacket, just like the ones worn by aerostatic brigades. And those cargo pants look like they could fit tools for hot fixing your burning aerostatic. You should ask him about this.
Nice. Do you want to get one of these other ones? Can I see what... Huh. Okay, for the next one, do you want to get White Morning? You see yourself from above. You are passed out on the blue tiles of the hostel room floor. Even from this distance, you can see your eyelids flutter at the mention of what? A great white object? Yeah, let's do this one. Actually, we should probably get Hobocop, huh? We'll probably be sleeping on the on the streets. Let's do it. I'm doing it. I'm internalizing it. It's no more than I deserve. Alright. Back here.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Shopkeeper, what's behind these curtains?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Examine the strange cage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Ignore the curtains for now. No need to antagonize her at the moment. Let's go check upstairs.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
Goddamn Dick Mullen.
A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring do.
Storekeep. What's all of this crime fiction?
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes.
Ooh.
We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and
That's not an ooh. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, I heard sex and I was just... Let's move on.
You're a police officer, apparently.
What's this game doing to me?
You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Continue.
Sex crimes did pique your interest.
But you know,
still, this Dick Mullen person only gets your pleasure centers down.
Guess I'm just playing the character. Or maybe the character's playing me. I don't know. Look through the display of books.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers.
This is actually like a commentary on like what that genre does to society.
These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. Furthermore, they have no idea how hard it is to simply remove a body from a tree.
It was very tough.
What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives.
That's true too.
Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Sure thing.
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An Obvious Lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen.
Dick Mullen dies?
Oh no. Turns out he faked it to solve a case.
Oh, it's smart. Are there any more?
Yes. There's also The Dame Who Did It. Farewell, My Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns, tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer.
Ah.
After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
Who is Dick Mullen?
Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. The title reads, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
What do we have here? Mistaken identity?
A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic hard-boiled phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend.
Oh
and
no.
has just a few days to prove his innocence.
Why does this speak to me?
Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
That's probably right. I'm a complicated guy, full of contradictions.
Then this is the book for you.
Nah. Don't have the money. A quaint picture book. Brochure. Very colorful. It's a tome of fantastic magic. or fascist magic. Rather candid. Oh, that's completely different. Yeah, say.
plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Storekeep, anything of note in this shelf?
I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Who or what is an innocence?
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education.
Yeah. She waves her hand, as if casting aside the thought.
The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
I thought it was about which of these innocences is the coolest and greatest. So you recommend it? Great, I don't need to know anymore. You recommend it?
Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
Imagine.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
Huh. I can almost afford that one. Look through the display of books.
Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook.
What's it about?
High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
Nice.
Next to that, Revacholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse though, but not too long.
You're interrupted by the shopkeep.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy anything, lady. I'm 5 cents short of buying your cheapest book.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinaise. This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another, far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme.
So this was Insulinde.
Ozon, Laurentide, Fas à la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou, in a bookstore. It's you. Radiating outwards from you, the suzerain Revachol. With a radius of 80 kilometers, still, the crown jewel of this Isola would be barely visible.
Squint first. Can you see cities on the islands?
You can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star, on Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandu, on archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers, on Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas.
I'm glad he's reading this for me. This would be a pain in the ass for me to read.
The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods. But looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods. Gods of distance and outer dust.
Look at the map of Revachol.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East.
And west of the river?
Hudon. It's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
And Martinez?
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock. The strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. Rain falls on its slick black streets. And then there's the burnt-out quarter in the heart of Jamrock. Is it cold in this bookstore? Or is it just you?
It's just you. Look at the map of Martinez.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there.
Can I buy these maps?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
Wow.
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Why is the one of Martinez so cheap?
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
What happened then?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
I want to buy the map of Martinez.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
It's true. I think that'll be useful. I hope. Is that an interact? Yeah.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner.
Trace a path through the grid.
Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Cool. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, I've actually never really looked at this thing before. So, is that where the Hanged Man is? Is this the, Okay, so this... There's the crane. Alright. Okay. Set of tracks, right? Footprints in the dust. I don't actually know where that is. Trash container. Hanged Man. Police cloak up there. The mirror in there. Sleeping dock worker. Right. He's in the place. Electronic doorbell. Damaged ledger. Map wall. Okay. Cool. One more shelf to look at.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Storekeep. What books are these?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no.
Okay, look through the shelf.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
How does that work?
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place. It's your own fault if you're ill. Got it?
Got it. Does the book say anything else?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this?
Find something truly otherworldly.
The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pale.
What's the pale?
The book contains very little explanation on the matter. This knowledge seems to be taken for granted.
What's this book about?
The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the pale, also known as le territoire. For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near pale. Even better if you can find someone else, preferably a large man dressed in nothing but a towel, to thrash you while you're spread naked and helpless on a cool slab.
Nice. Sounds painful.
It is supposedly invigorating and good for the circulation.
What else?
It also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the pale. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the pale and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired.
What does this pale-aged liquor do?
Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health.
I should probably get my hands on some of that. What else is in there?
For general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the pale, though a sidebar cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour. These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude. Nudity figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions. This is exactly what you need. I don't know. I don't want to be the party pooper, but this pale territory sounds sort of dangerous. Maybe you shouldn't walk in it naked.
Anything else of note?
There's an entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations.
Oh, I certainly don't need that.
You close the book and return it to its place on the shelf.
I could have bought it if I didn't buy the map. Damn. Another boring book just discarded here. Okay, let's go talk to the shopkeep. Try and get in the back room because I want your fridge.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
Hello, Plaisance. The clerk extends a greeting.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Before we go on, you seem to be well off enough. Can you give me some money? I feel there won't be an opportune moment to ask later. Sure.
Sir, don't be ridiculous. I certainly will not give you money. I would be doing you a grave psychic disfavor. One has to earn one's success, even if one is a police officer. Handouts are nothing but manipulation. All they do is make you dependent.
Son, you got destroyed there. What an idiot you are.
Are you the owner of this store?
I am. The proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice, high-pitched, sounds familiar. You've talked to her before through the doorbell. I was told that there was a huge fridge in the building's cellar. Can you lead me there? What if I want to buy a book? The girl outside mentioned that this place is cursed. Your daughter is the one standing outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
10. She's certainly very polite and helpful.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
She's immensely satisfied with the answer. The way you're handling her strikes me as wrong. Annette is quite the trooper. She's a great value add. I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor. I get she's a trooper, all right. She looks like she can take it, but it's actually wearing her down. You know she's been biting her nails. Yes, try to help her out a bit.
God, I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it.
Nope.
Anxiety is a part of life.
I don't think she can do anything about it.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
What you're doing is wrong. Even I know that, and I usually don't know anything. That is true, and obviously the will of the market, but maybe make an exception for your daughter. Yeah, actually, it's super alright for kids to chew their hands off. Forget I said anything. You're doing is wrong. Even I know that, and I don't know much.
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there.
All of a sudden, she exhales sharply. Her shoulders slump down.
There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
She stops, but her mouth keeps moving. What is going on? Is this husband Annette's father?
Yes. My husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
Wait, Grand Couronne? What's that?
It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighborhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
And your husband's also involved with the bookstore?
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Is she an only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
Why not?
We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand. I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand.
She told me she doesn't go to school anymore.
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
Alright, I had something else in mind.
The woman looks aloof, her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
I was told that there was a huge fridge in the building cellar. Can you lead me there?
A fridge? No, I don't know anything about a fridge. Aren't you interested in books?
What if I want to buy a book?
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go! Get back there. The books await you.
So what types of books do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
Okay, I'll take another look then.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Farewell for now, book peddler. Now let's go back here. Open up the curtain. We're the police. We can do whatever we want, right? That's how it works.
The curtains, tattered with age.
Pull open the
Just
curtains.
as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Her hand has closed around her pendant, her fingers nervously playing with the talisman.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
This is about the curse? That's why you're afraid?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
I've heard there's a fridge there that I need.
Everybody suddenly needs something from there. Leave the curtains be. It's what it wants.
Okay, so what's in there has a will, and it wants you to enter? This is bad.
Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there.
She stops abruptly as her hand flies over her mouth, baffled by her own bluntness.
I am sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
But I sense this place is calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
I don't care. You can't stop me. I'll open them.
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Lies. Rip them open, we say. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Can I save while in here? No. Ignore them for now. Let's save it. See if she has anything new to say, because she said come talk to her. I would prefer keeping our relationship with her intact.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Why are you so uptight about those curtains? I just want to know what's on the other side.
I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
She's so tense, it's a miracle she hasn't snapped in half yet.
If it's just a storage room, then why are you so tense? If it's just a storage room, then why do you have that strange trinket on the curtains? If it's just a storage room, then it wouldn't hurt if I just peeked inside. It's not like it's cursed, right? Yeah, what's with the trinket?
It's just for decoration.
She wavers under your gaze, mouth pressed into a tight-lipped smile, then something breaks.
Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
She closes her eyes and starts mumbling something to her pendant.
Host of hosts, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the curtains.
How does this curse manifest itself?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
A shiver runs through the woman as she looks around the dimly lit store.
It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
She peers at the curtains again.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Okay. I'm a little confused. What does that mean? Ah, Annette mentioned that the previous tenants have experienced some financial troubles. Wait, that's it? I was hoping for something more paranatural. Yeah, Annette mentioned it.
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons feeding off bad
Not the
business practices
cacodemons.
and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Why didn't you just tell me that right away?
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Such wraiths may prove a formidable enemy. Suit up.
Have you sought help from anyone?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists, and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards.
She nods at the strange cage-like trinket on the curtains.
The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear, it's not enough.
Is your pendant part of the wards as well?
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Ah. Would you like me to take the case? I could investigate, see if the curse is real. I don't care about the curse, I just need to get to the fridge. Yeah, I can investigate.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
Seriously, I need to get to the fridge in the cellar. It's a police matter. I have a dead body to take care of. I had a few more questions about the curse. Convince her to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. Come on. Yes.
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Wait, what if I don't want to lie? Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled paranatural situations before.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
She looks skeptical. I sensed the psychic emanations from afar. The sleeper beyond calls out. I've returned from the void, a paradetective from a long line of paradetectives.
You're no paradetective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt, but...
Hey now, hey. You need the booze to focus, alright?
Yeah.
The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook. Go ahead then. Rock her world, he thinks. I'll compose some notes.
I admit, I've had my share of drinks, but only because the spectral realm is parapsychologically taxing. You see, it's necessary to drink the spirits in order to contact the void. I admit I've had my share of drinks.
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
I am the void revenant. I have the power to debad all the bad energies.
I should have realized. A pattern lies within the fabric. The hand of fate guides us. Our meeting couldn't have been mere chance.
Exactly.
Perhaps you truly are the one to deliver this woman from the doom.
But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
No problem whatsoever. Your family is safe. The phantoms are no match for me.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
Hand on your heart. On my honor.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Of course. The entity. For I have sensed its presence.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman. A witch, probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Chimney. The passage between heaven and hell, of course.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin. What you discover? A demonic refrigerator. Perhaps the fridge will be the source of the curse.
I had a few more questions about the curse.
Okay, but please, only a few questions.
Never mind.
The woman looks aloof.
Farewell. Alright, let's go in there. Let's see what we've got.
You see a set of tattered curtains.
Pull the curtains open.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh!
A small, terrified escapes from Plaisance. As she tries her best to look away, her round face buried in her hands. What do we got? Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. Merely looking at that unmanly haircut threatens your masculinity.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Unlock the door with the key.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room. You feel the tiny hairs on the back of your neck rise up, as if someone's standing right behind you. An uneasy knot forms in the pit of your stomach.
Touch the back of your neck. What is this feeling? Kim, maybe you should go first. What is this feeling?
Outside, the wind howls in from across the bay. The building at Rue de Saint-Ghislain stands like a matchbox on its side, with men inside like little wooden sticks ready to catch fire. A panicking woman squeezes the pendant around her neck until it leaves a mark inside her palm. A man, a few meters away, stands frozen with a key in his hand. Somewhere inside, a spider is spinning its web.
Open the door and enter. Huh? What's this?
What is this place?
The lieutenant stares at the dusty training equipment. It's an adventure. It's the netherworld, beyond the veil. Looks like a gym to me. I think this may be the Artemitip's boxing club for young athletics. Yeah, we saw that on the doorbell thing.
I think you're right, though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a ray of streetlight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
What if there is a reason, or what if there's a reason why no one's been here for ages? Let's just keep going. I'm sure it's just a regular abandoned house. Nothing mysterious here. And what if there is a reason?
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
Yeah. Alright, let's get the flashlight. Oh, that's cool. Sand is dripping from the punch bag. The poster says, Sidious Fortis. The rest is worn off. Smells like leather and sweat. Worn out wall bars. They look unsafe.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them Why does it feel so familiar?
Really? I thought I had good physical stuff. Is this familiar because I'm a weightlifter?
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. A memory from another life, when you were young and fit.
No need to hurt myself. I feel like that would hurt myself. We got here. Oh, it's a shot put ball. Nice. Sure, I'll need that for something. Anything else around here? No? Okay, let's go up here. The hallway is blocked by old window panes and debris. Okay. Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. A large demijohn full of strange liquid. Airship rotors covered in spider webs. They remind you of blades. Can I get in there? I have to walk around. Okay. Well, that's not creepy, is it? Entered a horror game here. Money. That was a good amount of money, actually. A naked mannequin torso, a strange yellow color. Blue velvet, soft to the touch, moth bitten. More money. A skiss with slipstream printed on the laminated top layer. Production schedule, filament memory, 50. Steel rotor blades bearing a slipstream logo. Gotta find where we can sell things. Finally got some loot. I love the loot. But where are the clothes it used to display? Huh? Oh, the mannequin thing? Stairs going up. The hell?
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect the drawings.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin. And even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine the welkin. This is important.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin. Green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
Why would anyone spend so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
It's one of my favorite parts of tabletop games. Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
One of them is a welkin supremacist.
Mm-hmm. Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
Yeah, he does. Lieutenant nods at the welkin's facial hair. Well, this has been educational. Let's move on from the welkins.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
Inspect the photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine. A much-needed respite from our own world.
Eggnog and morphine. Sounds great.
A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Interesting. Inspect the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid. The grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal.
Keep reading. What happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
The lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field of nothingness.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Inspect the notes.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe." The full text reads, "Heat death of the universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s. Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise."
Leave. Alright. Well, what did we get in here? What did we take? Is it just showing us that we have this stuff? Man, this got some money here now. Look at that. That's good. Fridge victim's body. Check out the fridge in the commercial building across from the whirling. Yeah. Search for the malignant entity. Plaisance said she lives inside a chimney. Find a way in. Okay. Alright, well that's where we're going to end this episode, guys. In the next one, we will continue investigating this haunted building. I really like this segment of the game. It's really cool. I like the flashlight lighting and everything. It's neat. But until then, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.